Combat in Iraq. U.S. troops still battling insurgents 5 years after the invasion. A U.S.-led coalition launched its attack on Iraq to topple Saddam Hussein's dictatorship, accused of developing weapons of mass destruction. Then U.S. Secretary of State Colin Powell laid out the WMD case before the UN Security Council in February 2003.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are sophisticated facilities. For example, they can produce anthrax and botulinum toxin. In fact, they can produce enough dry biological agent in a single month to kill thousands upon thousands of people.
U.S.-led forces soon achieved the invasion's main objective, overthrowing Saddam Hussein's regime. Saddam himself was eventually captured and later executed after a lengthy trial. But the discovery of mysterious containers did not turn out to be biological weapons, and no WMD were ever found. Instead, an insurgency grew in strength, taking a heavy toll through roadside bombs and other attacks. The Bush administration was unprepared to deal with the invasion's aftermath, says military expert Anthony Cordesman.
We went into Iraq prepared for one kind of war, which was to overthrow Saddam's regime and defeat Iraq's conventional forces. We had the illusion we wouldn't need stability operations and nation building. We were unprepared for what happened. We did not create the conditions for stability.
Despite free elections and the formation of a representative government, instability grew worse. Civilian casualties mounted from car bombs and other attacks carried out by extremists aimed at triggering sectarian violence between Sunnis and Shias. The country bordered on civil war. President Bush decided in early 2007 to send an additional 30,000 troops to Iraq in an effort to quell the violence. And relative calm has returned to Baghdad and other parts of Iraq since the troop surge. Civilian deaths are down 70% from a year ago, as more U.S. troops patrol streets and areas that once were under insurgent control. One reason for this success is that many former Sunni fighters have turned against al-Qaeda and are helping U.S. forces maintain security. Again, Anthony Cordesman.
Al-Qaeda helped us immeasurably. I think that we have to give credit to our enemy. They did so much damage to themselves in alienating tribal groups and Sunnis, in driving former insurgents to work with U.S. troops, that oddly enough, one of our strongest allies in making this work was our enemy.
General David Petraeus, the top commander in Iraq, developed the surge strategy, but expressed caution while speaking recently with VOA's Persian service.
We can certainly say that the security aspect of the surge has achieved considerable progress. I wouldn't ever use the word success or victory or anything like that.
That's because some suicide bombings continue, and Iraqis are still dying. Also, U.S. officials say Iraq's Shia-dominated government still must do more to improve governance, and Iraqi troops need more training before they can fully take over security duties from U.S. troops. The Iraq War is now the second longest in modern U.S. history, with almost 4,000 Americans dead. A majority of Americans have now concluded the war was a mistake, but not President Bush.
The decision to remove Saddam Hussein was the right decision early in my presidency. It is the right decision at this point in my presidency, and it will forever be the right decision.
Mr. Bush vowed America will continue to stand with Iraq. Yet, with Americans still dying, pressure seems likely to mount to bring an end to the war. Bill Rogers, VOA News.